My first guest has 2 British Comedy Awards to his name. He's the star of Marin, Jeff and Human Remains. It's his first television interview. Would you please welcome Rob Brydon. You all right, Rob?
Very well, yes.
Welcome to the show. Very nice to have you. Honoured.
Thank you for having me, and it's lovely to be here.
OK, now you bolted out of nowhere. In the year 2000, you won Best Newcomer to Comedy.
Yeah.
I think you won Best Comedy Actor. Mm-hmm. You're 36 years old. Where have you been all those?
I've done lots of things. I was a radio disc jockey in Wales.
What sort of a DJ were you?
Bad. I was early morning.
Nice.
I wasn't that far from Alan Partridge, if truth be told. That's the Eagles there and Tequila Sunrise. And here's Christopher.
Soothing voice.
Yeah. My idol was always Ken Bruce on Radio 2.
The Scots guy?
Ken Bruce. It's BBC Radio 2, Ken Bruce, yeah, with Master and Beverly Craven. Woman to woman. Or as I like to think of it, girl on girl.
I always think there's something sounds slightly, I don't know, sexy about his voice, that he could be capable of something like this.
I've always thought Ken is a little bit sinister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else think Ken Bruce is sinister? No, it's not his kind of crowd. OK. You also did a bit of stand-up, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, a very little bit, you know. I just used to do gags, basically about being Welsh and a few impressions. Used to do Hugh Grant, you know. So Goss, John, how's that gorgeous girlfriend of yours? Excellent, no, thank you. Goss, it's rather good, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you, Goss. I've got a car outside. I wonder if you might like to sort of just pop in and see if you can... Maybe not, right.
Very good. You sort of became him there. Also, I know that from looking at your brief, that your father lived, I think, in the same street as Anthony Hopkins.
Is true, yes. He tells me that. I mean, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but, there's a lot of...
You know, the thing is, Rob, when I was a boy, Tony and I were like that. He doesn't talk like that, but it works for the anecdote. You know, maybe just in a bus queue once with Shakin' Stevens. I don't know. But he says that, and Hopkins is a big hero, you know. He used to drink, I don't take it too seriously, used to drink, not anymore, very dull, very boring, don't like to talk about it, there it is, good Lord. Jodie Foster, mad as a hatter.
And also down there, and apparently Richard Burton is from this area as well.
He is indeed.
And also,
yes.
you used to go to school with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes, I did, yeah. God, when you put it like this, it sounds a bit odd, doesn't it?
I suppose not Hollywood, it'd be Hollywood.
Yes. Welcome to Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Here's Ruth Maddox's house.
Yeah.
Well, technically a shed, but let's not dwell on it. No, it was true. She was younger than me, and I think is even younger than me now, even more than she was then. Read into that what you will. But she was always singing and dancing and always popular and lovely.
We used to see her around school. She was just...
Yes.
Do you see it? Would she stand out in school productions?
Yeah, she was, because she was always a gifted little girl, and she was always singing and dancing, tap dancing, what have you.
But she was always tap dancing?
Always. They had a desk that was like that high, and she would stand and tap while she was doing the stuff like that. And she used to watch the streets of San Francisco all the time, and nobody could understand why. And then wouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
You know.
There we go. Okay. What were you actually then like as a child? Is it that sort of cliche comedian thing like I was bullied and then I developed funny voices?
I was never bullied. But
I was a bully.
I was, yeah. I put a few boys in Ward 6. But not with my fist, just with my wit. I used to, no, I was the typical comedian's answer of I would do the impressions of Kermit the Frog and whoever was popular at the time, you know. But no, never bullied. I had very happy sort of school days.
OK, we're going to see you next on our screens in this Murder in Mind. It's on BBC One. Do you know the exact transmission date? It's nice to get it in here.
I think it's BBC One this Saturday at around about 9 o'clock.
Right. 9:20.
I used to do those voiceovers. I used to be the man who said, and with Match of the Day at 11, that's Saturday night on BBC One. That was me.
You know, it's the best work to get, though.
It's not that difficult.
But in this thing, Murder in Mind, it is quite hard.
What, going Saturday night on BBC One?
Yes!
I've just done it twice.
They get that tone. A lot of people can't get that tone, that authority.
Saturday night on BBC One.
You see, you don't rate it. It comes so naturally to you, you don't even see it as a skill.
You know what you'd say? You'd say, there's trouble in Holby at 8. And at 9, Pierce Brosnan has a recipe for death.
OK, back to Murder in Mind.
Yes.
9:20 BBC One. Do you want to trail that?
Murder in Mind, 9:20 on BBC One.
OK. OK, I won't get into it anymore. In this, you find out your wife's been cheating on you.
Yes.
She doesn't know you found this out.
No. She doesn't have a clue.
To carry out a dastardly plan. Here's a clip. This is you, I think, shopping for murder equipment. Here we go. But it's like a rough guide to kind of murder. That's what... No, you say, like there, we see you at the market because you know that in shopping centres they have cameras.
That's right, yeah. He says,
That's a good tip.
He says, you can't go in many shops nowadays without getting your face on a CCTV camera.
Yeah.
So basically, no, it is. It's a rough guide to murder, and there is a fact sheet.
There is a BBC One fact sheet.
I'm not going to do it.
No, not there. But it's very dark, this. It makes it look like anyone could murder someone, first of all.
Well, it's a very dispassionate crime, isn't it? I mean, most crimes involving husbands or wives are crimes of passion, aren't they? And they get worked up. But this character, Barry, is very sort of... He's in waste strategy management. And he's very calm and controlled, yes. And he has this wonderful Devon accent that I'm doing now. Yeah. And... did I get it wrong? Oh, my God. And he sets out to kill this guy very calmly, and he pulls it off, you know. It's a lovely murder with a knife.
But, are you quite drawn to the dark? Because I find Keith, I find Jeff and Marion quite has a darkness to it as well. Is it?
Yeah, I've always found that sort of stuff funny. I mean, the people I liked when I was growing up were people like Barry Humphries, and he, even in Dame Edna, if you look at what he's actually saying, you know, it's quite dark. He used to talk about burning his mother's things, you know, and she wasn't even dead and stuff, and it's very dark, but he sort of carries it off with the voice and the look. So yes, I've always found that very funny.
When's Jeff and Marion back on our screens? I have to ask this.
Marion and Jeff is back... well, you say pedantic, I say, you know, it's not Vaughan John tonight, is it? Yeah.
Slightly different, but I won't be pedantic. OK, do you know, I've got some quick questions for you.
Yes, OK.
When is it back?
The autumn. We're starting to write in February, and we're doing 6 half hours, and it comes back in the autumn.
OK. Tom Jones, you a fan?
I love Tom because he coughs at every available opportunity when he's talking, you know. It was 74 in Vegas with Elvis, you know. He mentioned bloody Elvis every bloody time, too. Yeah!
But I understand.
Do you?
I understand from my research that you can sing things Tom could never sing.
Oh, no, I did this thing once that when Tom had his child, Tom basically has no volume control. That's his problem.
Loud, that's it.
He's always loud. So you'd imagine him with his child, you know, he'd be, Tom, now see if we can put the child to sleep now, quick, now we go out to the club. And he'd be like that. Oh, sleep, little baby, don't you cry! Ow! Oh! I'm not getting anywhere with him, love.
I've also got down here, there's a lot more. You used to present for the Home Shopping Network, which I loved.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Do you know what? I want you to sell something for me now.
All right.
Do you know what? I've got Homer Simpson in a jar.
Yeah.
And I've got a ruler, because they generally show that for scale.
Okay.
Which camera here, Mr. Producer?
Which one will be on?
I think number 2 there. OK, there we go.
Okay.
If we can frame... I'll just...
Well, the trick with selling on the television is to sell the benefit, not the product. So, Johnny, with something like this, which is Homer in a jar. You know when you bring a young lady back to your flat and you want to impress her, she'll take a look around the room, and what she sees will say so much about, you know, Homer in a jar, which is just about yay high, as you can see there. Really is going to say you're wacky, you've got a sense of fun, but you've got a dark side. Listen, you're Johnny Vaughan.
Yeah, thank you. You did a movie show for Sky.
Yes.
Why were you sacked?
I wasn't very good. My heart wasn't in it. You know, I went to Morocco and interviewed Robin Williams, and I remember just thinking, I want to be on your side of the camera. You know, I want to be doing what you're doing. And my heart wasn't in it, and I was replaced by Richard Jobson, a man who has got that fantastic sort of look about him, wasn't he? Richard Jobson, yeah. All right, movies, yeah. Not my best impression, but I wasn't planning on doing it, so...
Jones, yes. Jobson, now, Rob, this evening you were meant to be going to, I think, a drama workshop at, your alma mater.
Yes.
If not, we bust the very students you're going to be talking to in Wales. We bust them this evening. Where are you? Right. And I'm going to ask you just a couple of their questions.
OK.
First of all, this is from Mairead. Rob. What? So am I, dear. Can't help it. OK. Rob, if you were going out with a girl in Wales, where would you take them?
From behind. No,
No, that's it.
Twist my words, why don't you? Oh, leave it there, leave it there. That's...
Do you know, my cousin bobbled excitedly when you said it. I mean, it's one thing you never imagine your cousin's doing. Creepy. Lisa has asked a question. Rob, why did you choose to stay in Wales for your acting training? They said that you were rumoured to have turned down rather.
No, no, I didn't turn down rather. There was rejection involved. It was the other way around. It was the only place that would have me, but I had a great time there, and you know, everything I learnt it there.
Rob Brydon's Quickies, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Now, as the rail crisis continues and with further strikes on South West trains planned for next week, we thought we should tackle the man directly involved in the issue. Would you please welcome the Assistant General Secretary of the Rail and Maritime Transport Union, Bob Crow. All right, Bob. I heard a funny thing happened on the way to the studio tonight. Didn't you end up walking?
Yeah, like most commuters do these days, walk rather than use the trains, yeah.
OK. Rob, you travel on this particular railway network. How do you find it?
Well, I mean, I have quite strong feelings on this. I mean, I travelled from Richmond into London, and I remember once Tom Courtenay was in my carriage, you know, the actor from Billy Liar, and I had a lovely chat with him.
I think, Rob, you can see just how strong some of the feeling is. Do you know what's so annoying is he told me I've got a real point to make about this. I travel on that railway line. I can't believe you don't. OK, you are, I think you're a former member. He really built me up. I really thought you were going to come in and